Hello everybody, it's Mark here again from GrimtreeGames.com, online game store and blog, and in this video we're going to take a look at Halfling Feast from Triple Ace Games. Now this is an edition I got at the Expo, so it's this limited wooden box one. It's all very nice. However, box to one side, which is lovely, this is the game in question. So, Halfling Feast. You're a halfling. Do your thing, focus. And your job is, I'll show you all the halflings. Your job is to eat as much as possible. In fact, more than your opponents. Lovely artwork. Yeah, very good. So 4 halflings. I think I did hear at one point that maybe be doing more halflings. Potentially when this is like proper retail release. But we'll see. And yeah, so all you got to do is eat as much as you can. Now the rules are super simple. So each person will pick a hobbit. Okay, so they've all got slightly different abilities, which will make more sense when we actually start to play the game. So we'll put them down there for now. So every person has a fullness track. So 0 through to 10. Well, 12 if you have the extended spaces. We'll come to that in a minute though. We also get 2 action cards. These are the action cards, these red ones. So these would be secret, but obviously I'll show you guys because you guys are cool. And these let you do things. We'll come to that in a moment. So 2 action cards. So every person gets 2 action cards, hobbit card, and health. Playing too many fancy games. Fullness meter. And a little token to show how full you are. It starts on a 0. So it's very easy, really. You go around. When it's your turn, you can do one of the following. Now, there's a few things on this list, but trust me, it's dead simple. So the first thing is you can pick a dish to consume. So if you look here, this is all the food that's on offer at the Halfling Feast, at the eating competition, and they've all got a value on. Now that value is important because at the end of the game, you're going to add up all the food that you've eaten. You're going to use that number, and the person who's eaten the most food has won. Okay, that's good. But if you eat it, unfortunately, your fullness goes up by that amount. So it's a bit of a balancing act. So the only thing really on these cards, on these food cards, is the fullness rating. And at the top there, you've got autofocus. You've got the type of card it is. There's sweet and savoury. I think that's it actually. So you can pick one of those, eat it. It goes in your pile of eating things, and you'd put the fullness track up, however much. Now you can eat food that will take your fullness over the limit. So say I'm on 9. I could only eat something worth 1. Okay, anything more, I couldn't eat it. That makes sense, yeah? Okay, so first thing you can do is pick a dish, and as soon as you take one, a new one comes from this pile. When this pile's all gone, game over. Out of the cards. I tell a lie. When everything's been eaten, so get to that bottom of that deck. All the cards, everything's been eaten. Game over. You add up. Okay. Second thing you can do is play an action card from your hand. Now, the ones that we have here are cheat cards. So if you look at the bottom, it tells you when you can play it and what happens. So these are your turn. So let's have a look at an example. Your turn, discard, come on, autofocus. Play on your halfling, take up to 4 dish cards with a total fullness of 4 or less. Okay, so instead of just 1, you can play this card and eat 4 with a total. So it's not a high value, but say there was 4 cards down and they're all like low figures, like a 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, for example. You can eat them all up. So that's quite cool. So, well, I won't go through them all, but you get the idea. Now, some cards aren't in your turn, so you wouldn't play them at this point. Some are. Let's find interrupt. So is there interrupt / your turn? Yeah. So some cards you can use to interrupt other people. So we've done actions. Yeah. So you can eat some food, Play an action card. Release 2 belly spaces, or as we like to call it when we play, the action. It's very immature, but it's what we do. So anyway, so say you're at the 5 space, you could say, right, so this turn I'm just going to release some belly spaces. Down to 3. There we go. Okay. I'm going to make some room somehow, right? Okay. So if you do that, it means next turn you've got more room to eat. Makes sense. Now, the next thing you can do is take 1 action card. So obviously, if you've got no action cards left, there's not a lot you can do, or you just want some good cards, take a card, put it with your action cards. And the last thing you can do, which needs a bit of explaining, is you can use the abilities on your card. Dead easy. The first one is a free action. And when you play this free action, you do whatever it says on the card there. So, well, when I say it's a free action, I mean you don't have to spend anything to do it. So let's see what it says. Steal 1 action card at random from a player's hand. Okay, cool. Then the next one that you could use over here. This is all focus. Take 2 dish cards and record fullness value for both cards as normal. Ooh, very good. So that's cool. But because it's quite powerful, you need to burn an action card to use it. Okay. So that's it. So really, I mean that is the game explained. Let's just run through those actions again. I mean, there's a few actions you can do, but once you've nailed those actions, that's literally the game. So you can pick up a dish card, consume it, and mark your fullness, or you can play an action card from your hand. You can release 2 belly spaces, so get a bit less full, or you could take an action card from the deck, or you can use one of your halfling skills. There you go. That's how you play it. Now, that's how you play it. How does it play? So we've played quite a few games of this, and it's good fun. The first thing I will note is don't play it when you're hungry, because some of the pictures on these cards look very, very nice. And when you're talking about Dragon Scale Pie and Mighty Game Pie, for example, it just makes you hungrier. So that's good, and the artwork's very nice as well. So it all looks very halflingish, very good. And there's really, I would say you are encouraged to try and screw each other over as much as possible. In fact, you've sort of got to do. I mean, if you don't, literally all you're doing is you're eating stuff and then moving the fullness counter down, and then eating stuff and moving it down. And that's not the game. The game really is in these action cards and the things that you can do. Your hobbit skills to try and get one over on other people, and also the various things that you can do with the action cards. What's this one, for example? Take a dish. The dish is modified to 0 fullness. Okay, so that's quite good. Cheating card. There's all sorts. Oh, let's see. I think I'll have a quick look, because there are things that you can do. There's condiments. So if you notice, it's an interrupt. Okay. So target a sweet dish plus 2 fullness value. Discard both cards if if halfling is full. Sorry, I can't read down for a minute. Otherwise, keep this card and score plus 2 points at the end of the game. So you can either use it on yourself to add 2 to the dish so that it's worth more points, or you can sneakily interrupt somebody else's play to stick it on, and if that plus 2 takes it over the fullness, then they've got to discard it. So it's doing other players over. So there we go, a little trump. Release belly. It's got to go somewhere. What else have we got? Off to the outhouse. Ooh, a full 10 spaces. Nothing left to the imagination. Satisfactory burp. So there are things that you can do to get one over on each other, and that's really a mighty fart. Very good. So that's the essence of it, really. Playing these action cards are critical. Also, let's see what these little guys can do. So it can release 3 belly spaces as free action, or choose one opponent, modify their current fullness score by plus 3. Ooh, Draw 2 action cards from the deck. Choose one and return the second back to the top of the deck. That's quite good. Choose one opponent and they must discard 1, 2 or 3 point dish in their possession. Oh dear me. Take the top card from the discard pile into your hand as a free action, or choose keyword belly cheating or condiment and the player discard all cards in that player's hand with that keyword. Blind mate. And what was this one? We did it before. We'll have a quick look at it. Steal 1 action card at random from a player's hand as a free action, or take 2 dish cards and record the funnel value for both cards as normal. So there you go. So those actions combined with those actions in there, all interacting to mess each other up, and at the same time eat as much as you can. So yeah, it was fun. It's greater than the. It's difficult to describe it. It's great. You describe the game and it seems very simple, but as all games worth playing, it's greater than the sum of the parts. When you sit around and you actually start to play and you start to do each other all over and be quite childish and make farting noises and stuff. It's good fun. So there we go. Halfling Feast from Triple Ace Games. So I hope you enjoy the video and see you again next time. Bye bye.